All right. Hello, my name is Ari. I'm going to be your health coach counselor today. Nice to meet you. What's your name?
Hi, Ari. Nice to meet you too. I'm Monica.
Nice to meet you. Tell me a little bit about yourself.
Yeah. So I'm 51 years old, and I currently do not work, but am actively looking at just getting back out into the workforce or volunteering, things like that. So I've been looking into stuff like that.
Great. So you're not working right now, but you're kind of looking to get yourself back out there in the future. So
For sure.
good for
Yes.
you. Awesome. So tell me
Thank you.
what brings you in today, what you want to discuss.
So yeah, basically right now, what I wanted to talk about a little bit is just how to enhance my exercise routine. Basically, yeah.
Okay, so just getting kind of, it sounds like enhancing it. So getting, sounds like you already have a little bit of exercise in your life, but kind of maybe trying new things or increasing it a little bit.
Yes. So yes, exactly. Increasing it and trying new things. I basically walk my dog every day, and that's the extent of my exercise routine. From 30 minutes to an hour a day is basically what I'm doing right now. Yeah.
Great, great. It sounds like you already have exercise into your life, and that's awesome that you can do it and walk your dog too. So that sounds really fun.
Yeah.
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 So how? Tell me a little bit about your history with exercise. What kind of activities have you enjoyed in the past? Things like that.
Sure. Yeah. So yeah, in the past I've done a lot of different things. Martial arts for a long time, running, which I used to enjoy, and a lot of different kinds of dancing. So I always really enjoyed dancing and took a lot of classes. So that's kind of what I've done in the past. Yeah.
Nice. It sounds like you've dabbled in a few different areas of exercise, and you really enjoy classes. So kind of being with other people and things like that. So
Yeah, I love taking classes. I like having a teacher to follow, and I like being inspired by the people around me and not being alone. So yeah.
yeah, that's sometimes really awesome to have other people there to kind of support you and kind of guide you through the exercise. So like you said, you're not on
Exactly.
your own.
Right.
Great. Yeah. And so tell me a little bit about why you like exercising, why it's important to you.
For many reasons. It makes me feel really good. I always feel better after I exercise. In addition, I like keeping a handle on my weight and and
Go
and
ahead.
generally being healthy. So I mean, all those reasons. I also really like being outdoors. So when the exercise is outdoors, I really enjoy that too.
Yeah, definitely. It sounds like you're someone that really cares about your health and you like being outside too, which is an added bonus too. So that's really great.
Yeah.
So
Thank
I
you.
know you said you wanted to increase your exercise on top of kind of your walking routine. So what kind of barriers have gotten in the way of incorporating more?
Yeah. So I think that for me, the barriers have just been bodily issues, I guess, kind of as a general answer, but specifically pain and actually injury. So those are a couple things that have stopped me from doing certain kinds of exercise and have made me feel like I don't know quite what to do now at my age with some of the restrictions I have.
Okay,
So
so it sounds like your body and maybe pain and things like that or injuries are kind of getting in the way of
yeah, absolutely, yes,
okay.
right.
Okay. And what kind of have you tried anything that's kind of helped you with that, or is it kind of like you've had that pain when you kind of started something and so you kind of just like stopped doing it, or have you tried to kind of aid yourself in that? Do you kind of know what I'm asking?
Right. So actually, one of the things you just said is exactly kind of I think what happened is that
Okay.
so I might have developed a particular pain like shin splints with running or something like that, or my shoulder with ballet, and then what I would do is like stop the activity because it was painful, and then maybe have to work on that for a while, but then not necessarily wanting to go back into the same activity and then not knowing what to do next.
Okay, yeah. So once that pain kind of started, you kind of ceased that activity because maybe it was too painful to kind of go back, or you didn't know
Yeah,
how. Okay, yeah,
exactly.
that's really rough. And sorry you've been going through that. I know that's like that can kind of take a toll on your body, but also your emotional state too if you can't do the things you want to do. Yeah. Yeah.
Right. It makes you feel like you're missing out on something that you had that was also a social thing and
Right.
not knowing what to substitute, with the parameters that I have. So,
Yeah. That's definitely a hard place to be. So,
right.
um, so when you have exercise, you mentioned doing classes and things in the past. What benefits did you experience, or why was exercising? Why did it make you feel good, and why did you kind of continue doing it when you were doing it?
Gosh, I mean, for so many reasons, I felt like I was taking care of myself, which is a great feeling.
Mhm.
And it just felt great to exercise. I always felt better physically and emotionally for sure, because it's an outlet and a stress
Right.
reliever. Plus, for me, it was socializing as well, because I was always in a class. Mostly, I was in a class situation, and
Right.
just take care of myself, and watching my weight too. I guess, yeah.
Yeah, those are all really important factors. The physical part of it, the mental part of it. So,
Mhm.
and just being with people, like you said. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Right.
So, what you mentioned the classes and things like that. If you were, let's say, to try to incorporate those things, what kind of activities would you really want to try to maybe start incorporating that are truly just fun for you and that you want to do?
Yeah. Yeah. So, in thinking and reshifting my way of thinking about exercise, it's partly a letting go process. Like, I probably can't go back to some of the things I was doing because maybe they really aren't right for me anymore. So, in thinking about moving forward, having to realize it's okay that I might not be able to do certain movements and things like that. So, finding an activity where that's okay, I can just do what I can do. So, I've thought about yoga or Tai Chi, things like that, where I can do what I can and don't do what I can't do.
Yeah, those are really great ideas. And I know it can be kind of hard to let go of those things that you used to be able to do, and kind of reshifting and maybe thinking of new things. So that's awesome. Those are really, really awesome ideas. Have you thought about um, how you would, or have you like looked into any yoga or Tai Chi classes, or is it kind of just like you've been thinking about it a little bit?
Kind of both. I mean, I've been thinking
Okay.
about it. And I have looked into it a little bit.
Mhm.
Yeah, I guess just a nervousness about you know, what I might not be able to do might be the part that's holding me back a little bit.
Right.
Or the frustration. Like, if I was going to do yoga, I would like to really be able to do it to its full extent. But I guess that's an acceptance process of like, okay, I can just do what I can do and
Yeah.
let the rest go.
Right. Yeah. So just kind of realizing like it's okay to just do what you can, and anything is better than maybe how you're feeling right now, where you want to do it but you haven't started anything yet. So even just
Exactly.
starting is a good start for you. So
For
yeah.
sure.
Yeah. So how do you think incorporating, let's say, yoga or Tai Chi in your life, how do you think that would make your life better, more positive, or things like that?
I think to just get back all the things I feel like I'm missing that I had when I was taking classes. So,
Mm.
social interaction, and then just loving having a teacher to learn from and follow. And I guess just, again, just actively taking care of myself, feeling good that I'm doing something to take care of myself, and feeling like I will have an outlet,
Mhm.
that's stress reliever, and my body, I'm sure, will feel better, whatever things I can do in those classes. So,
Yeah, those are all really great reasons, and you already sounds like you already know about all of those benefits of physical activity, not just for your physical health, but your mental health and social aspects. So
right, right.
yeah, it sounds like you're already pretty knowledgeable about that. So
Yeah. Mhm.
yeah, that's awesome. So, if you don't mind, I can share some more information with you about some things that I know about classes and yoga
Oh,
and Tai
definitely.
Chi. Yeah, so like you already said, like you already know about the social part of it and the mental part of it. But it can also, some of those activities can also help with bone density. And that is something that's really important as you get older and things like that, to think about things that can keep your muscles functioning and keep your flexibility, and also just keep that bone density, especially for women, since we have a higher risk of osteoporosis. So those can definitely be even more benefits. So yeah, what do you make of that information? I guess.
Actually, that's probably crossed my mind, but I probably don't think about that as much as I should. And I think it's a good reminder that I do have to just realize, yeah, I am the age I am, and that's natural things that might occur that should be taken into consideration when I think about how I exercise, and that maybe I can really do better than what I'm doing just walking.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. That's awesome. And it sounds like that's something you kind of already know about. Um, so just kind of implementing that is kind of where it can get kind of
Right.
tricky. So
Right.
yeah, definitely. So if you were to think about starting a yoga or a Tai Chi class, where do you think you would start that? How would you start that process?
I mean, I feel like I know a few places that are, in my area. I might, I mean, I guess there's probably friends I could reach out and say, do you have a class you recommend, or a teacher, or somewhere where you already go that you really like, or even just do some of that searching on my own, kind of
Yeah.
look at people's reviews and things like that, I guess.
Okay. So reaching out to a friend that does a class, or even doing it on your own. You think you could find some stuff like that?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm sure I could.
Awesome. Yeah. So you feel like you have the resources to kind of find those classes. Um,
I, yeah, I do.
Nice. And do you have support like at home and in your life for implementing this change in your life and incorporating like those classes?
Yeah. Yes, yes. So my husband would be very supportive, and definitely does support me in that quest, and would probably be very happy for me and encourage me for
That's
sure. Yes, for
awesome.
sure.
I'm so glad you have that support in your life. That's really important to have someone that can be there for you and encourage you through that journey. So that's really
Definitely.
great. Yeah. So if you want, we can make a little goal for you if you feel ready to kind of implement it. How like confident do you feel um, in, let's say, either just trying to find a class or actually going to a class or like starting that kind of process? Like how confident, I guess, on a scale of 1 to 10, do you feel?
On a scale of 1 to 10, I mean, I think I feel really confident. I guess 8 or 9 by now. I think it's just been harder for me to just make the first move, but I think I really definitely know I need to do it, and I think I know that I'll feel good once I just get out there. I think it's that first step that's always hard.
Yeah, right. Okay, so you said an 8 or 9, so it sounds like you are pretty confident, and it's something you've been thinking about for a while.
Yeah.
So why didn't you say like a 6 or a 7, like lower confidence?
Because I feel like it's time and I just need to do it, kind of thing. Like where, I've just already been thinking about it for so long, there's just really no reason to not do it.
Yeah, you're just like, I need to rip the band-aid off and use all this information that's been going on in your head and like take action kind of thing.
Yeah, basically, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, that's great. That's really awesome. So, what goal feels doable to you, like this week or this month, to start incorporating a class or two?
I mean, maybe like this month,
Okay,
probably. Yeah, sounds like
sure.
for sure doable. It gives me a little time to probably like reach out and get more information, I guess.
Okay, yeah. So, what are good times or days that you would think of sitting in a class or going to a class?
Yeah, I've thought about that, and I guess I mean, I used to do a lot of stuff in the evenings, but I think probably I want to do that maybe less. So, I mean, probably mornings are a great idea, just because that way I start my day that way, and it just sets you up to feel good, and also you've done it, and then you don't have to like think about it the rest of the day, and
Right.
you've taken care of something really important right away.
Yeah,
So,
so just getting it done in the morning, it sets your day off right too. So,
right. So
yeah.
that would make sense. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so the mornings, and like how many days a week do you think you would do a class or
I mean, probably a minimum of 2. I mean, I think I would like to do more than that.
oh nice. Okay.
3 or 4. Yeah. Mhm.
Okay. And So 3 or 4 classes, you said a week, would be doable in the morning, preferably, than the evening. So, how would you know that you are like successful in your goal that you made, or like how would you feel
In,
successful in this process? I guess.
um, I guess the first, first just really getting the information, and I guess maybe watching a class, maybe going and observing before I was to sign up for something to kind of see like what the teacher's like and also what the atmosphere of the class is like, and I guess feeling like I'm in the right place maybe with people my age would probably be helpful, I guess, too.
Yeah. So just like kind of observing and seeing if it's right for you before you just jump into something.
Yeah, I think that would probably be a good idea.
Yeah, awesome. And like, what sort of requirements, let's say after you did a couple observations and let's say you found something you really love, what sorts of other, just like logistical things would you need to make yourself successful? Like to bring to the class or reminders or just anything like that?
Um, I guess, once I probably start, I think that's probably the biggest obstacle for me would be the starting. I think once I started, I don't think there would probably be anything that would be in my way. I think I'd probably just be motivated just by starting.
Yeah.
And I think once that began, I think I'd probably have all the tools to figure out how to just keep it going. I think I would want to because I'd just be so glad I finally did it.
Right. Okay. So it sounds like you kind of already have those things that you need to be successful. And
I think so.
that's awesome. That's really great. So, are there any potential barriers you could see getting in the way of continuing your classes or getting to your classes or anything like that?
Not right now, unless, for example, something changed and I say like wanted to go back to work or something like that.
Okay.
But then I guess I could also just consider shifting schedule around and finding another time for something. So
Okay. So if you started working, that could potentially be a barrier, but you could also shift it around to kind of still make that a priority.
I think so. I think I would want to do that. So yeah, I think if I was already doing it and I had to change the schedule around, I would probably want to do that so that I wouldn't lose the momentum of it.
Right. You would keep that at the top of your list, and you wouldn't let that kind of fall down just because of work
Yeah.
or things like that. 'Cause
Right.
it's so important to
Yeah.
you.
Exactly.
Okay, that's great. That's really awesome. So is there anything you kind of want to go over that would help you be successful in this goal, or any questions or anything you have?
Um, I guess really just I guess the push, is the first push, off the cliff or
Yeah.
out the door. Um, and so I guess that just has to come from me though, really.
Yeah, yeah,
So
definitely. Just getting started. It sounds like though you're already so aware of the health benefits and the mental health benefits and that social support that you want, and I'm definitely very confident in your abilities to do that. So it
thanks.
sounds
Yeah,
like you're ready to, and
I
yeah.
think so. Yeah.
That's awesome. All right. So sounds like for this month you're gonna kind of look into some classes, maybe do some research online or talk to friends, and then potentially observe a class or two. And if you
Right.
found the right one, maybe incorporating that a few times a week and
Yeah.
trying
Exactly.
just seeing how it works in your schedule, see how you feel and how you like it and everything.
Yeah, I think it's a good goal.
That's awesome. Good for you. Well, thank you so much. It was really nice talking to you, and I look forward to talking next time.
Thank you very much.
All
Thank you.
right. Bye.
Bye.